Thanks, Virgin Islands Police Department spokesperson Melody Rains. And quite a few teenagers have been missing lately, or are they actually been running away from their homes or facilities? News Channel 8's Wes Small caught up with Clemma Lewis of the Women's Coalition and broached that subject.
Thanks a lot, Jerome, and we certainly hope that they find 17-year-old Brandon. I'm here at the Women's Coalition because I wanted to get with the co-director along with Mary Mingus. This is Clemma Lewis. We know her too well. And Clemma, you know, this is Child Abuse Awareness Month, so it's probably a good timing. But besides the 85-year-old Cal Cahoon man and also the 36-year-old woman who fortunately is back home with her family, we've had some missing people recently in the last 2 or 3 months, and most of them, though, have been minors, teenagers, either running away from a youth behavioral center or from their homes. Now, Clemma, of course, you don't have all the answers, sweetheart, but at least set us in the right direction. Why do people in general run away from their environment? And then we have these children that seem to be rebelling in our society and seem to be just escaping from authority in general.
I think that personally, people run away for a variety of reasons. I think teenagers run away. Some run away because of what's going on in the home. They may not be happy. It might be abusive and it might not be abusive. Don't misquote me. In some homes, they might feel like the parents are too strict and they don't want to follow the rules, so they run away to go somewhere where they might have more freedom. Or they might be in a home where there is some abuse taking place and they need to get out of the home if they're young people. If they're running away from an institution, they don't want to be locked up and they might not get along with other people in the institution. But I think what's important, particularly when we're dealing with minors, since April is Child Abuse Month, we need to spend time with our kids. We think that once they turn 13, 14, and 15 and 16, they don't still need us. They still need us to hug them, to love them, sit down and have a conversation with them, find out what's going on in school, find out who their friends, because when kids run away, if you know who their friends are and where they hang out, it'll give you an idea where to go and look for them. The other thing is, if you have a child missing, I think you should report it to the police as soon as possible. The police need to immediately get to Channel 8 or wherever and get it out on the air. And people in the community who have teenagers in their home and it's not your child, shame on you. I would hate to think that you holding somebody's daughter and son in your home because they told you something is wrong. You need to call the police, call the Department of Human Services, and let them know you have a minor, because it's against the law to harbor minors. And if I am a parent, thank God my children are grown, but I couldn't imagine how would I feel if somebody had my son in their house and wouldn't tell me that my child is there. So if you're one of those adults in the community, male or female, and you're harboring a minor, you're committing a crime. You need to call the Department of Human Services, or you need to go to the police department and get that minor to them immediately, because you don't know what's really going on. If it's abuse in the home, then let the authority deal with it. If it's too strict, maybe the family need counseling. So maybe it's just a matter of the family getting some kind of intervention. Don't assume you know what's going on in that teenager's head.
That's wonderfully put. And again, volunteers are ready for you 24 hours to take your call. 773-9272. I know that number all too well. The Women's Coalition.
We will talk to the child for you. We will do family counseling. Whatever support you need, call the Women's Coalition. That's what we're here. We're here for families. And April is Child Abuse Month. What we should be doing every moment and every second is loving those kids.
All right. And don't forget to stay tuned for another Women's Coalition news report that will be airing tomorrow, entitled Sex or No Sex. Yeah, just now, Clemma, on the way over here in the St. George's community, 3 minors on bicycles going into one of your homes. And I have to tell you that I try to emphasize this to you on a daily basis, that while these reports are going on, while you are at work and while we are out in the field, we are seeing your children rob your homes. It is what it is. It is minors. There's no truant officers. There's no such thing as those anymore. There's no housing police. And if neighbors intercede and say that I saw your son, you want to beat the neighbor. It's not like 20 or 30 years ago where we have a community village effort
We watch out for each other, children. So if you see children on bikes, call the police. They should be in school. Call the police immediately and say, I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get involved. Call 911. Let them know you saw the kids on the bike and let the police
That's what they
handle it.
did, Clem.
Because you might be saving your own house from being robbed,
Right.
if not your neighbors.
That's exactly what they did, and that's why the police were able to get to the scene. If we have any more information on that, we'll certainly give it to you. But back to basics one, we still have a missing teen on the island. Let's get him back home. And again, let's discuss our family problems together as a unit. And when you need an extra hand, these lovely people at the Women's Coalition.
We're here, 7739272. Just call the Women's Coalition. It's all about families and caring about our children.
All right, and don't forget that special report tomorrow, Sex or No Sex, that's coming up as well. At the Women's Coalition, I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
Thanks, Clemma Lewis of the Women's Coalition. When we come back from this break, we'll take a look at an eco fair. Stay with us.